Hey everyone, welcome to another strength workout. Today's workout, kind of minimalistic. We're only using a kettlebell, but wait until you see what we have in store for you. We're gonna do some supersets today. You gotta make them super. So it's the only caveat.
They're super by nature.
Super by, that's what's written on the board. It says super.
Oh.
Superset. So, as always, we have to get started with our jumping jacks, seal claps, and crisscrosses. We're knocking out 10 of each of those since it is a strength day. Are you ready, Coach?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out in front. We'll open the chest up nice and wide. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms wide, feet wide. We'll crisscross in the middle. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we are going to repeat from last month because some of you I know, whether it was last week or the week before, you kind of had this epiphany, or I saw it at the gym anyways, where we just finally got the form for the kettlebell windmill. Now, we only do the kettlebell windmill 2, maybe 3 workouts a year.
Right.
You learn it, but it's never reinforced. And then you come back to it and you got to relearn it. So I want to do it again. I want to really anchor home for those of you that are new to the windmill. Practice it. For those of you that have been doing it last month, we're going to reinforce it. So again, the windmill, feet are shoulder width apart. We turn one foot out 45 degrees. That hand starts on the inner thigh, and the other arm is up to the ceiling. I have a slight bend in my knees because I need my hips to go backwards, okay? So I'm going to slide this hand straight down my leg, push into the feet to stand back up. We did a technique on Tuesday technique video on this one, right? So if you're still needing help with it, go back to our technique tutorial on the windmill. We're gonna knock this out 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other side. Rest. We're gonna do that 2 times. Okay. All right, are you ready? We want to be looking at the top hand, so that is why my stopwatch will be up here and I will be looking upwards at it. All right.
I'm going to turn sideways so that you can get a side view of how this might look.
All right, ready and begin. We want to shift those hips and stand up tall. The hand that's holding the kettlebell, you want that palm facing outwards. That's going to help with that long torso. You want to stretch from fingertip to fingertip, or I should say from hand to hand.
Also helps to keep a slight bend in those knees.
Yes.
Soften them up so that you can really get those hips back.
And time. With that hand to the ceiling, quite frequently I'll see people, the hand moves or it comes forward. If you were to think you were holding on to something that was anchored to the ceiling, or if there was a tennis ball hanging down, you want it to rest on your hand the entire time so that that hand is locked to the ceiling. It doesn't move this way. That's going to force your body to really open up, and that's what we're looking for. Other side now, ready, and begin. If you're new to this movement, it's a hinge. It's like a deadlift or a kettlebell swing, but your hip's only popping out to one side. It's not going straight back. It's going at like a 45-degree angle. This side is not as mobile. This is my junk shoulder.
You can always tell a difference for for your sides on this exercise.
And push into those feet, okay? Push straight down to come straight up. Time. Resting, we're gonna do this again. One of the things I don't like is the terminology of the deadlift. I don't like the word lift. Lift makes you think of, or at least makes me think of lifting upper body. Yeah. And the deadlift is all lower body. And it's the same thing with the kettlebell. I see people trying to pull this weight up, and it really needs to be just pushing down into your feet. When you push down, it will go up.
That's a good distinction.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Back to the original side. And let's begin. Is this round 2 or round 3?
This is round 2.
But is it the second exercise or?
Third. Third time through.
Okay. Woo!
Yeah. Maybe this month everybody's bumping their weights up a little bit.
That'll work. I bumped my weight up.
Once they get that pattern down.
Once you feel strong, and time. I don't know if you've ever done a movement and been like, that doesn't feel right. If you ever say that in your head, well, you might say it out loud, we don't know, we're not there. Reach out to us. You don't want to keep doing something that doesn't feel right. Okay, that's one of the things that we'll talk to clients all the time, be like, it looks right, but I don't know if it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Right.
All right, last one.
Oh.
And begin. I'm really strong on this side, but my limiting factor is the range of motion on this shoulder.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Good. Try to push that arm up. You don't want to have a big bend in that elbow. See this sometimes when people come down. Push. 15 more seconds. And we're done with the windmill. We're not done with our kettlebell. And time. All right. So now for our strength, we are going to do supersets. What does that mean? Well, we're going to do back-to-back exercises. Now, supersets can be done a lot of different ways. It could be a push-pull as a superset. It could be upper body, lower body as a superset. It could be the same muscle group as a superset. Anterior, posterior, it could be all kinds of different things. We are doing the same muscle group, okay? So we're going to go from a more specific movement into a more bigger compound movement. So, first one we do not need a kettlebell for. So the first one you can set your kettlebell off to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate each one in that minute rest in between sets. I find I don't even remember the fourth one by the time we get there. And it's like, what was that one again? So, first one is going to be a shoulder tap into a push-up. So they're always going to go 6 each into 12 total. So just remember that. Next 4, 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. It's going to be 6 each side and then 12 total. So we're going to go into a shoulder tap, 6 each side. 1, 1, 2, all the way up to 6, 6. We don't want our hands underneath of our eyeballs with our hips up, okay? 6 each side here. Then we're going to go right into 12 push-ups. Those push-ups can be done from the knees. They could be done elevated. If you have like the arm of a couch, you can do your shoulder taps and push-ups there. You have lots of options depending on what you have available at your house.
Yes.
6 each, and then 12 total.
Yes.
And then rest. Rest, you gotta have that rest.
So we'll do that for 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Might get 3 times through, maybe.
Maybe 2.5.
Yeah,
even?
somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 times is really all that you are probably going to get from this. So.
And then rest in between each of those to make sure that you've regenerated some energy to be able to complete your next set.
Great time to get a drink, right? Let me pull this back up. I'm blown away by people that can do an entire workout and not drink anything. I'm like, I can barely make it through a set without drinking something. So, all right, you ready to get started, Coach, with our strength?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Nothing here is done for speed, like we do in our metabolic conditioning or cardio. This is all done slow.
And those feet should be separated, right? You want to get a nice little bit of width in between those so that you can...
Good base.
Yeah, keep those hips from lifting.
Woo.
Oh, Lord, 12 push-ups.
12 push-ups is tough. Now, I think you did a technique tutorial on push-ups at one point.
I have done them, yes.
One of the things, two tips on push-ups real quick. Fingers nice and wide, and then turn your hands 11 and 1 on the dial. And that's really gonna help your push-ups. I see a lot of people, hands are tight and elbows flare out. And they're always thinking, oh, my wrist. Fingers spread wide, hands turn 1 and 11. That should be a big help.
Yes.
See, I can't even make it a set.
You say you're not a workout camel?
No. I don't even know what that is.
You go a whole workout without a drink.
No way.
No talking because
No.
we're working.
Oh my goodness. Coach, this had to be a your thing.
Oh,
You're rocking them out, still rocking them out from your toes.
I'm struggling.
I had to drop to the knees on that one.
I don't know if that's going to happen on this last round. That was really fighting.
Your arms hurt.
I know, my biceps were like, okay, we're about done.
Yeah.
It's like, that's when you know when you're starting to get tired, your arm muscles are like fatiguing.
Start throwing the towel.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, so we're under a minute. About 50 seconds should be enough time for us to get at least most of this done.
Yeah.
Last one.
All right, I'm gonna start. I'm slow.
Let's just get it going.
Slow on those shoulder taps. Don't rush those. I see a lot of people really speeding through the shoulder taps.
Time under tension.
I must not have counted right.
I don't know if I did either.
All right, that's about enough for me. Enough of that tomfoolery.
Woo! A little shaky in the arms.
next exercise combo. Remember, these are all combos, supersets. It's going to be an alternating single leg deadlift. So from here, let me just step forward. I don't like being one where the turf comes together. I'm going to be down, up, down, up. Then I'm going to go to an Rdl, Romanian deadlift. Our feet are really close together. I go right down to the tops of my feet and stand up nice and tall. Again, all of our strength is going to be 6 on each side, 12 total.
Okay.
Oh, it's already there.
Here we go.
All right. And this is all controlled.
I do feel like it's somewhat hard to keep it slow because you know, in your head you know you have all these
Yeah, you got more
reps to do. So you're like, okay, so I get to the next part.
Good. Shift those hips way back.
And you should be feeling those hamstrings, glutes. Just check in, make sure it's not in your back.
Yeah, we don't want the low back.
I know we say that a lot of times, but sometimes I feel like you kind of get into the groove and you just try to get through it rather than get from it. Make sure we get any benefits from what we're doing here.
And even though another word for the Romanian deadlift is the straight leg deadlift, I don't ever like to lock my legs out when I do it. I like to have a slight little bend, then my knees don't bend after that. I'm still engaging my hamstring and glutes, so.
It's a good checkpoint for knowing if you're doing that exercise
yeah.
correctly.
Huffing and puffing over there. Woo!
All right. Getting some good volume in today.
All right, we gotta get again. We're halfway through. This is not one that you want to rush here. If you speed this one up too much, you might feel it in the knee, lower back, neck. We don't want to feel it in any of those places.
Yeah, a lot of times when I see people perform the deadlift, they'll be got their neck cranked forward so they can look up, and you want to take your gaze with you. So as you go back, take that gaze to the floor. I was gonna say, I don't know if I did it or not. Hard to talk and count.
Yes, and breathe.
Yeah.
If you do feel it in your lower back, there's some people who have really tight hamstrings. And when you have, talked about this in the technique tutorial, when you have tight and muscles interconnect, right? The hamstring goes all the way up into the lower back. If the hamstring is tighter than the lower back, it's going to tug on that lower back. So we want to make sure that we have not just our good strength program going, but we are doing the stretching, we are doing the mobility, so that things like RDLs don't aggravate our lower back.
Right.
All right, coach. 2 down.
2 down.
2 to go. So we're going to do an alternating again, 6 on each side, bent over row, into an upright row. They should be about the same weight. That upright row might be you might be driving the struggle bus after 2 sets on it though. So here's what you're gonna do. Sink those hips back. It's gonna be row, switch hands, row, switch hands, row, okay? So 6 on each side. When you're done, grab a hold 2 hands, elbows high, and all the way back down. Elbows high, and back down. You don't need to bring the wrists high, just bring the elbows high. Are you ready for this one, Coach?
I'm ready to go.
All right, you sticking with that 16?
We'll give it a go.
All right.
Keep driving that elbow nice and high. Should feel it in the back. Not in the low back.
Yeah, if you see
Kind of where your shoulder blades are.
Yeah, Coach and I are actually supporting our other side on our knee or on our thigh.
Yeah.
That's okay. Woo!
Yeah. Might be 10. I'm okay with that.
Oh. Woo!
You got them. This is where we were debating before we started if we needed the fan. We're like, no, it's early, it's cool enough for strength training. We should be all right. I could use that fan.
I could use that fan right now, Coach. I'm just letting you know. I'm like, boy.
Temperature just went up in the room here.
Spiked.
Yeah.
All right.
Still summer lingering on.
That's September for you in this area. It's gonna stick around for a bit. All right, watch how Coach puts her hand on her knee. And lift the elbow to the ceiling. Good, get that hand all the way up to the ribs. Woo!
20 kilos getting awfully heavy over there.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad you let me use it today. I know that you were going to use it.
Only for one.
Oh.
Oh, we still have a minute.
Do you ever question how strong Coach Amy is? Our weights are only 8.8 pounds difference. That's it. She did all of her push-ups from her toes.
No, that's not true.
When?
The last set I did go to my knees.
Like for 2 of them.
Like for half of them.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
Ooh.
fun.
And I'm getting my butt whooped with this 20-kilo bell. All right, I can get in some rows.
It works. It works. This is effective training.
Yes, it does. You do not have to do burpees to be in really good shape.
If you want to transform your body composition, strength training is a must.
Oh darn, I don't have to do those upright rows.
Yeah, I felt like those were
Oh darn.
getting a little shaky.
Woo!
This is a good kind of representation of what the beginning of the month should look like. So we're struggling a little bit, maybe not getting as many reps as ideally we would like to, but this is day one for us.
That's right.
So as you guys progress, you'll notice that you'll be able to get more in a little bit more easily.
The next one we're going to do is going to be a goblet hold. We're going to do alternating reverse lunges. Alternating reverse lunges into a goblet squat. 6 on each side, 12 total.
I like how we put this at the last.
I'm taking back my weight.
I'm like thinking this is gonna really stink.
I'm stealing my weight back.
The last strength exercise, pretty tough.
We did a variation of this one last month, which was really tough. We just did it in between, we not superset it.
Yeah.
Turn up your music.
Yeah, oh, you don't want to hear the snack.
You don't want to.
Crackle, pop.
I gotta get back on my glucosamine regimen.
I can't remember. I don't know where we're at, but it's about right.
Holy moly!
I'm holding my goblet a little differently than Coach Corey. It just helps me stabilize the bell a little bit better. My shoulders tend to get pretty fatigued, so if I can keep my elbows tucked into my ribs, it gives me a little added support structurally, so I can hold on to that kettlebell a little bit more easily. 2
ways. One, I'm holding it by this shape here is called the horns of the kettlebell. So when I'm holding by the horns. Coach Amy is holding on the bell. Those are really the only two recommended ways.
But I just have a hard time keeping in and then my wrist.
And
like
it depends on the
work well for me.
type of kettlebell you have, right? These have this milling is really thick on that kettlebell. Some of the other ones are a little bit thinner.
Right.
Size of your hands makes a difference.
Here we go. But remember,
breathe.
this is about the legs. So if you're really feeling the upper body, either shift down to a lighter weight, or you could even do this body weight, especially in those earlier times in the month as you're just getting this workout started.
You could do the reverse lunge, part weighted. Squats could be body weight. We talk and we forget how much we did.
I know, I'm trying to keep a good count here. So 40 seconds.
Nope. I don't. They might.
Why don't you save your energy, because
I gotta coach the.
you gotta demo the next part of our
Holy
workout.
moly! I had my heart rate flying.
Yeah.
That was good though.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping that 16 kettlebell
Yeah, I would.
for the power.
I'm gonna get a.
You might get one lunge on each side.
Here we go. There we go. 2 on each.
All right.
Ooh. Definitely a good time to get some water, folks.
Woo! That's right.
Drinking.
So, 4-hour power.
Okay.
Hour power.
The power hour.
Different than a power hour. If you think of the timing that we did last month with one of our finishers, it was 30 seconds of work, immediately followed by 20 seconds of work, with a 10-second rest to get switched sides. You'll do 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of work, then a full minute of rest. We'll get to that 2 times. Also, from last month, we're stealing one of the combos. If you're doing the gym workout, the clean, we did a swing with a high pull. We're just going to do a swing for this one, okay? And then we're going to go right into the kettlebell march, which is a fancy side plank. Really what it is. If you march like this, you won't feel a thing. You'll be like, this is stupid. Why do they have this? If you go nice and slow, it's even challenging unweighted. But then you put weight in it, and each time you pick up your leg, you're going to go side to side. A lot of people will bring it up and then right back down. That's their brain saying, hey, you're losing balance. Use those obliques. Use your core. Use your hip flexors in that march. So swing to the march, to the rest, then we'll get the other side. For those of you that are new to our swing, we want to make sure that we really hike that kettlebell back, okay? Hike, swing, hike, swing. If you are brand new to us, do a 2-handed swing.
Yes.
You ready on this one, Coach?
I'm ready.
30, 20, 10, 30, 20, 60.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's get her done. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Stand up nice and tall. Ten more seconds.
Woo! Feeling
I know.
those glutes.
And bring it up. March. Now we got it in the V shape of that arm. It's time. 10 seconds. It's going to go by real fast.
That's just taking some breaths.
5, 3,
Woo!
2, 1, and here we go. Other side.
Keep pushing those feet into the floor.
That's it. Stand up tall. 5 more seconds. Time.
Ooh.
Oh, my core.
Yeah. Feeling it.
Time. We're resting.
1 whole minute. I know that'll go fast.
You've earned it though.
Oh, you're up in the yellow.
I'm getting after it, Coach. These aren't fake weights.
No.
These are get after it weights. These are legit.
Yeah.
Tell me, get her. And then our goal is to get that heart rate back down. That's why we give you this long period of rest.
Right. And you can hit it hard.
So that you can recover and you can go hard again.
And the next one. Yep. Oh, I'll be so glad when this is over. Looking forward to stretches today. We're almost there.
All right. I think we went over.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah. We still have 20 seconds.
I was going to say, it feels like a minute.
No. We still have 20 seconds. 15 seconds. All right. 10 seconds going back to the top, starting with whatever your original arm was. 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Pop it. Push into those heels. Ten more seconds. Drive. Time. Get it up. And now we march.
Slow and steady. Drive into those knees.
Time.
All right. Quick little breather.
Quick. A reprieve.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and here we go. Last set, best set.
Last little bit of work.
$15 seconds. Keep going. 15 in, 15 to go. Time. Focus on that control. This is it.
Pull up with those knees, but you feel those abdominals working.
Hard to do and breathe.
Yeah.
Time.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, she says. Oh boy. Coach, and I need to let it come down a little bit.
Oh. Time for some water.
Give him a minute rest. Let her already come down. That was good, Coach. This is a tough one. Right in the middle of the week. Right in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like this is one that I can build on through the month. You know, I feel like day one is really laying that foundational workout and then just keep building onto it.
Seal claps on Friday are going to be. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm going to feel that on Friday.
Yeah, maybe even Thursday.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe this evening.
Yeah.
Take my shower, can't get my hands up to wash my hair.
Yes.
All right. That has been our minute. I still have like baby deer legs from this reverse lunge into this squats.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, we are going to start down on the floor with some stretches.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to bring one leg in and reach out. Woo! All right, whatever leg is forward, keep that leg forward. We'll take the other leg up and over, and we're going to twist around. If your left leg is over your right, you go counterclockwise. If your right is over your left, you go clockwise. All right, bring that leg back on the inside. Take the other leg back. What we're going to do is reach way out that leg. You're going to put your chest down onto that thigh and reach, reach, reach. How far can you extend? If you're laying on your left leg, reach your right arm out as far as it will go. And then sit up nice and tall. If your left leg is in front, raise your left hand. If your right leg is in front, raise your right hand and bring it across the body. I'm actually putting in effort. I know it doesn't look like I'm going across my body, but I'm putting in a lot of effort. If you want to look more like Coach Amy doing this one than me, I'm going to put they call a work in progress. And let's switch other leg out. I think there's some people at home that understand the work in progress adjective.
Yes. Yeah, it's not just about getting your workout. You gotta also put in the flexibility work, try to get some mobility so you can feel good.
Let's cross up and over and spin. Left leg over, you go counterclockwise, right leg over, you're going clockwise. I'm breathing like Darth Vader over here. And let's bring that leg back on the inside. We'll take the other leg back.
Oh.
And now we reach out.
I fell asleep for a
That
second.
front leg.
This workout wore me out.
Yeah, your brain was taking a little break.
I'm just honestly thinking about where can I go to get a nap after this.
Naps are a real thing now that the kids are back in school.
I know.
Naps can happen. And sit up nice and tall, bring your arm up and take it across your body.
Feels good.
And let's go hands and knees. We're gonna sink our hips back, reach our arms forward into child's pose. And let's come forward. What's the rule of thumb? For every hour you're sitting, you need to do 5 minutes of stretching and mobility work. 5 minutes of stretching and mobility. So count it up. If you sit 3 hours total in your day, that's 15 minutes of stretching and mobility work.
That's like normal.
Yeah. But if you
I don't
sit
think
for
we're sitting for 3 hours.
if you sit for 8 hours a
Probably
day,
more.
right? If you sit for 8 hours, you might need to be doing some serious yoga or something like that.
Anyway,
Yeah. Woo!
puts it into perspective.
That was good. I'm sweating.
Yes.
I'm sweating. So hopefully you are sweating as well. Hopefully that was a good workout and you can see as the month goes on how you're going to be able to progress. And then get in that stretching, get in that soft tissue work, get in that foam rolling, get in that yoga, and make it, you know, maybe you just set it for the next 4 months. For the rest of the year, I'm gonna focus on a little more of that. Boy, it makes all the difference in the world to how you feel. It's amazing how many people come in and they join the gym. I want to feel better.
Right.
Well, I tell you, if you loosen up those joints, loosen up those muscles, you are going to feel better. So, Coach, high five. Awesome job. Everybody at home,
High five to you folks
high
out
five.
there.
It's literally dripping down the sides of my face. My hat can't even contain the sweat that's happening from this workout. So I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you have questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section below. We do read those. And have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you at the next workout.